From Delhi, NCT, the very first city, the Mahabharata tells us, was founded by the five Pandav brothers around 3000 years on the western banks of the Yamuna River. In the great central plain of North India, there has been a city, in some form or another, for at least 3000 years. Some say longer. The city has been founded, abandoned, refounded, destroyed, rebuilt, renamed, reconquered, repopulated, and reglorified more times than anyone can count exactly. By tradition, the city of Delhi has been built 8 times, in 8 different locations on the same stretch of land. Each time, a king or an emperor or a sultan decided he wanted a new capital. Each time, the old capital was gradually abandoned. Each time, the new capital eventually fell too. And yet, 3 millennia later, the city is still there. Each ruin is now a tourist site within the modern city. Each generation walks past the dust of the previous one. This is the story of those 8 cities. The very first city, the Mahabharata tells us, was founded by the 5 Pandav brothers around 3000 years ago. They cleared the dense Khandwa forest along the Yamuna. They invited the divine architect Mayasura to design a great palace. He built them a palace of illusions, floors that looked like water, water that looked like floors. The Pandavas named the new city Indraprasth, the city of Indra. It was magnificent. It was lost in the great war of Kurukshetra. The Mahabharata says the brothers themselves abandoned it after the war, departing for the Himalayas to die. The city was forgotten. Only mounds of earth remained. Some say the present neighborhood of Purana Killa in central Delhi sits on the very spot. Some say the mound that Humayun built his fort upon, in the 16th century, is the mound of Indraprasth. They are arguing still. Around the year 1000, the Tomara king Anangpala to built a fortress in the southwestern Aravalli ridge. He called it Lal Kot, the Red Fort. It was the second city of Delhi. It was conquered, around 1192, by the Afghan invader Muhammad of Ghor, whose general Qutbuddin Aibak began to construct a great minaret in the captured fort. The minaret was finished by his successor Iltutmish. It still stands. It is called the Qutb Minar. 2 centuries later, the Khilji Sultan Alauddin built a third capital city about 2 miles to the northeast. He called it Siri. Today only fragments of Siri fort remain, used now as the venue for music concerts and ancient dance recitals. The third city of Delhi has become a stage. In 1321, the warrior Sultan Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq built a vast fortress city to the southeast, Tughlaqabad. It had massive walls of cyclopean stone. It looked impregnable. According to legend, the Sultan died on the same day he completed it, when a wooden pavilion built by his son collapsed on him on his return from a campaign. The new Sultan, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, founded the fifth city, Jahanpanah, between the second and third cities. He attempted to move the entire population of Delhi to the southern Deccan. It was an administrative disaster. He moved them back. Jahanpanah was eventually abandoned. Then, on top of all this, Firuz Shah Tughlaq built his own sixth capital in 1351, Firuzabad, on the river bank, north of Indraprasth. The ruins of Firuz Shah Kotla are still there. There is a famous Ashokan pillar in the middle of it. The pillar is 2400 years old. The city around it was already 3 generations old when the pillar was even brought there. In 1533, the Mughal Emperor Humayun began work on a new city, on the very mound of Indraprasth, on the western bank of the Yamuna. He called it Deenpana, the refuge of faith. It was meant to be a renewal of the most ancient site. The Afghan ruler Sher Shah Suri, who briefly drove Humayun out of India, expanded the city and renamed parts of it. Today this is the Purana Killa, the old fort. Humayun returned. He died inside this fort, falling down a flight of stone steps in his library. The story goes that he was rushing back to evening prayer at the call of the muezzin. He had been a careful man his whole life. He died because he hurried. In 1639, Shah Jahan, the great Mughal who had also built the Taj Mahal at Agra, decided that his capital at Agra had grown too crowded. He decided to move his court back to Delhi. He laid out an entirely new walled city on the Yamuna river bank, just north of the older 6th city. He called it Shahjahanabad. It had wide streets. It had bazaars. It had 13 gates. It had a great mosque, the Jama Masjid. It had, at its center, the massive red fort, the Lal Killa, built of red Rajasthani sandstone. Shahjahanabad was the 7th city of Delhi. The Mughal court ruled from inside the Red Fort for the next 2 centuries, until the British finally crushed the empire in 1857. The 7th city, the one we now call Old Delhi, is the densest, most populated, most chaotic part of the modern Delhi metropolis. The streets are still narrow. The bazaars are still loud. The mosque is still in use. The 8th city was built by people who did not believe in any of the previous 7. In 1911, the British government, which had ruled India from Calcutta until that point, decided to move its capital westward to a new city built right next to the 7th city. The chief architect was Edwin Lutyens, with Herbert Baker. The new city was laid out on a grid, with wide tree-lined avenues, low buildings of pale stone, and at its center the great triangular Rajpath leading from the India Gate up to the Viceroy's house. The British called it New Delhi. They moved their government there in 1931. They lost India in 1947. The Viceroy's house became the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the residence of the President of Independent India. The 8th city, somewhat unexpectedly, has now lasted longer than most of the previous 7. It is the seat of the world's largest democracy. Today, the modern city of Delhi covers all 8 previous cities. You can walk through the ruins of the 2nd city on your morning jog. You can have a cup of tea inside the 7th city on your way to a meeting. You can vote for a member of parliament in the 8th city on your weekend. Every Delhi metro line goes past at least one ancient capital. Every monument has children playing cricket nearby. There is an old saying, attributed to many Mughal poets and especially to Mir Taqi Mir, who lived through the destruction of the 7th city in the 18th century. The saying is, Dilli jo ek shahar tha, alam mein intikhab. The Delhi that was once a city, the chosen one of the world. Mir saw 4 or 5 of the 8 cities collapse with his own eyes. He buried friends in each of them. He died with the words still in his mouth. The city he was lamenting is still standing today. It has been built 8 times. It will be built again. It always is. Tomorrow's story comes from another corner of India. Subscribe to walk with us through the folklore of every region in your language.